Hello everybody, Junior here. I bought an RC car off of Facebook. Now you might be saying, who has Facebook anymore? That's for old people. I just got it, and I'm in a group with people with RC cars. And so I bought an RC car for about 200 bucks off of a guy on Facebook. And to be honest, it's pretty much there. It's a little bit rougher on the edges, but it's alright. Now when I got it, I got the deal. I got the hookup. So for 200 bucks, I got the car working. Granted, it needs some fixing. I also got the transmitter. I also got 2 batteries, which that was not a bad deal considering what I bought it for. Let's go over this a little bit. And what are we gonna have to do to fix it? Because it definitely has some problems and it's not perfect. So let's check it out. All right. So what exactly have we got in this RC car, and what is it? This is a team associated RB10. It's got a brushless motor. I don't know how many kilovolts exactly. Some dog bones. This one came out. Let's take off the shell that was custom painted. I didn't do the painting. This was how it was when I bought it. Let's see. And then this just comes off fairly easy. I might just put some Velcro on it, but it's a pretty cool looking livery. Well, this brings us to the actual innards right here. The battery is held in with some Velcro straps. It's hooked up with a Traxxas plug, actually, for racing, I guess. The old style Traxxas plug, at least. Here's your brushless ESC right here. This doesn't actually have a fan in it. I could probably put that in later on, but nonetheless, that's what it is. It's got, I think, the stock servo on it. And it's very, you can tell it's a starter servo because of how it sounds. It's a little bit slow whenever I first got it and tested it. So I might upgrade that later on. Let's see, it's got the, what, I think this is an XPR. No, that's not an XPR4. This is XP. Yeah, this is an XPR4. It's got an XPR4 receiver. And I'm not sure what kind of servo that is, not sure what kind of motor it is. They're both, all the stuff in here I'm pretty sure is Reedy. That's what Team Associated brand is. And the bottom of the chassis, it looks pretty good. Only thing that's of concern to me is this little thing right here being broken, but whatever. It's not that big a deal. I think it looks alright. It's workable. Yeah, oh, I definitely need to get the shocks back on since I rebuilt them. And so yeah, that's what this video is going to be. We're just going to be putting this thing back together, getting it working. So let's get right to it. Another oddball thing about this car that I've neglected to mention was that this is on Team Losi Racing wheels. Weird, right? I guess they might be faster, but I don't know. I'll keep them on. They seem to work fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this thing going. First gotta tighten this all the way down. Boom. Make sure this nut right here all the way up against the shock mount. Then we can take this little piece right here and just stick that on there. Okay, so I did that entirely wrong. I was supposed to screw the bottom of the shock in before the top right here. I need to unscrew this, put the right screw at the bottom down here. So let's just get that undone. You ready? Ready? I'm gonna speed this up really quick. There you go. That's that first shock on, and it's working. Shouldn't come off, and it should work very fine. So let's get to the other shock and let's do that one. All right, so for the sake of ease here on this next shock, we are going to take this wheel off. So I'm going to deal with all the pains of having this thing fall over or having something get in the way of me screwing something on. And yeah, let's get to it. Take this, stick it in there, take the screw, line it up. All right, so we got that lined up. That went way easier than it should have. That could be a problem. Well, let's just screw it the rest of the way in. So let's come on, screw it in. that's in there. Concerning as that might be. You know, now that I think about it, I think that I have the wrong screw on the bottom and the front. I think I need the longer screw. I think I should have used this longer screw right here. So this seems to go all the way. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Alright, so while I was off camera fixing issues, I went ahead and did the right thing. I removed all 4 wheels. I have the car standing on the rear wheels, sort of like a jack stand, and it's much better than sitting it on an old Bose speaker, which will rock back and forth and be a pain in the butt the whole time. So, let's get this stinking shock back on, so that way we're not dealing with it. And I also put the right screws on the bottom because that is a pain in the butt to realize you were using the wrong screws. So, let's get this thing back together. So we're gonna take this thing right here, we're gonna bring it up, screw this on, and then we're gonna get this thing right here screwed on. Awesome, it's on there nice and good. Let's move on to the rears. Unfortunately, we had a recording mishap, and I put the sun while the camera's off. Oh well. So now that that's on, we can put the wheels back on and get this car back on all 4s. All right, that's all the wheels put back on, all the shocks put back on. The car feels a lot better now that I've got it all put together and all the shocks rebuilt with new shock oil. When I say rebuilt, they're actually just, I just replaced the shock oil. Car feels super good now. All right, so we still have one more part to put on this thing. A wing. So let's get this sucker open. So this is a really cool Proline wing. These wings are standard across most racing buggies. And it's gonna go on the back here. Only problem is, I need to drill the holes on myself. So let's get that done so this car can, you know, go race on track. Now the real question is, how do we get this wing onto this car? So here's what my strategy is gonna be. I'm gonna mark these 2 dimples right here. I'm gonna stick the wing on top of it, and that will make our 2 marks, because I'll have some marker on here that'll create our dots, and I can then drill into it. So let's get to it. All right, we got this pin right here, just nice little Craftworks metallic. I'm gonna take this, just gonna mark the tops here. And then we're just going to be very careful. Center it up. Bam. Now that gives us our 2 holes. That gives us the place where we're going to drill our 2 holes. And that's fairly centered. Not very centered, actually. It gives it the illusion that it's centered. Thankfully, we can just wipe it off if it's wrong. Give it another shot. Alright. Let's look at this again. It appears our 2 holes are fairly centered now. Yeah, it looks good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go drill these and stick it on the car. And we got this one through. We did it. We got a wing on the car. That's so cool. Finally got a wing on this car. This thing's gonna be so stinking fun. Let's get the rest of the car put together. Let's crank her up. These things are so tough. Come on. Get in there. There we go. There we go. It's working. Oh yeah, this thing is gonna rip. Let's go. Check it out, guys. It looks so cool now that I got the wing on it. Looks absolutely right. can't wait to go take it out and test it. Alright, so there appears to be a problem here. I'll turn it right and it turns a lot. Turn it left and it turns way more. Turns way more on that side than it does on this side. So I gotta figure out what the problem is. So let's get this body off and we'll see what it is. Alright, so we got the body off. Take a look at what's causing this thing to... Oh, I see here. What a funny little plug, you. There it goes. That's much better. I'll figure out a way to tuck this away. I think if I just stick this under here, it'll be fine. And then slip that into there. And secure it. There we go. That's much better. That'll protect the wire and our servo right there. Awesome, awesome. Let's go. Let's put this body on. Let's get going. So we're out here at an undisclosed location to test out the RB10. So as you can see right there, we got the wing on it. We got everything ready to go. And we are gonna get moving. Got my brother, the cameraman, on set. So let's get this thing going. Tires are extremely slippery right here. I just, even with the downforce of the wing, you gotta be really careful and modulate the throttle because otherwise it just spins out. You can really tell these tires are meant for carpet racing. Alright, let's see if we can get a good speed run in. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it just drifts. Let's go over here a little bit so that way we can probably have a little bit more fun. These tires are probably extremely soft, but it's gonna. But I mean, it just wants to spin out. The brushless power, man, it just steps on it and goes. So can we get a little bit of a jump here? Not really. How are our tires doing? I'd say they're probably starting to go, the rear tires, but it's been doing pretty good so far. The only other thing that I think I'm going to upgrade on it now is I'm going to get a new servo motor for it and maybe some new tires, but servo for sure because this steering is super slow. I mean, it might not seem that slow. It's great for beginners, but there's a point to where the servo can't keep up with the throttle, and I think that's going to hurt me in the long run when I go racing. So yeah, that about does it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm glad that I could have got this thing working. It was a long time coming. I know that this might not have been the most impressive video or the most crazy video, but hey, we got an RC car working, and I think that's absolutely incredible. So if you would like to see me take this thing racing and upgrade it more, please subscribe. I would very greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.